Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, where today you can see we have this. We have the Marvel Legends Captain America Dum Doogan, Nick Fury Jr. and Sharon Carter 3-pack. I don't know why it's branded as Captain America. It's a SHIELD 3-pack. I know that's in the Captain America mythos and everything, but it's kind of just in the Marvel mythos in general, so I don't really know why it's branded that way, but yeah, it looks like a good 3-pack from what I've seen, and I'm excited to get into it. So let's get this opened up and we'll look at it. Okay, so to get this opened up, we're gonna whip out a gun on camera. Just kidding, YouTube. This is a knife. So we're just gonna open this guy's up. Well, first we'll look at the artwork. The artwork looks really nice on this, actually. I don't know why Doogan isn't on this side, just Sharon Carter and Nick Fury. Well, Nick Fury Jr. And then we got the read-up, or not really even a read-up, it's just the 3 characters. There should have been a read-up. I would have liked if they did like a little blurb about the character, because believe it or not a lot of people know about Dum Doogan or Sharon. People know more about Nick Fury because of the MCU, but he's not that well known. You got the SHIELD logo at the top, you know, right there. Looks nice. You got the names again. You got all the accessories in the package. You can see all that. It looks great. So let's get these guys open and we'll see if they're any good. So I got this as a pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. Came about 85 because I didn't have it set to my pile of loot. I've never actually used that feature because I like to get my action figures right away. I'm impatient. So yeah, it came about to 85 bucks, which is not bad for a 3-pack. Especially a 3-pack with 2 new molds. I mean, and then 1 fairly new mold. So when you take it out, you've got the first tray, and then you've got the tray on the bottom with most of the accessories, you know. So let's just take these guys out. Okay. We got Doogan first. Nick Fury second. And Sharon Carter last. I will take the rest of the accessories out next, and give me some time to do that. That'll be a lot harder to do. Okay, so now we have all the accessories out, and we have all of the figures out and everything. So let's get into this. So we'll start off from the figure I was most excited for to the figure I was least excited for. Nick Fury. Well, Nick Fury Jr. For now. So, yeah, I needed a classic Nick Fury. And I mean, I needed a Nick Fury of any kind. I don't have any other SHIELD agents in my collection yet. And I know I'm going to have to overpay unless they get, you know, reissued like they've been doing. Which is props to them. I'm glad they've been reissuing stuff. Hope they reissue the male and female versions of the Hydra and the SHIELD agents. Because, you know, you want some unnamed goons for your armies. So, let's just get into this guy. So, you know, this is Nick Fury. This is not what I think of when I think of Nick Fury. I think of this one, you know, for classic Nick Fury. I do think of him for the ultimate universe and the MCU, clearly, because he was actually modeled off of Sam Jackson, for those of you that don't know. And it's actually, I really like the way that Sam Jackson tells the story. So if you haven't heard about that, you should go watch like some YouTube videos about him talking about it. He's such a likable guy. I really like Sam Jackson. But yeah, this is Nick Fury Jr. is a bit of a silly character. They kind of brought him over into the main continuity, you know, for those of us that know the 616 universe. For anyone that doesn't know, that's the main Marvel comic universe. That's the universe where all the main continuity takes place. So, in that universe, this was Nick Fury. but they kind of merged some shit. They brought over Miles into that universe and some other stuff, like Sugar Man from Age of Apocalypse is also in the 616 now, I believe. Stuff like that. They merge some continuity stuff in sometimes, and so they kind of merged it to where this is actually this guy's son, which, you know, kind of dumb, but that's okay. Comics are kind of dumb sometimes. But this is the classic Nick Fury that you're going to go for. Most people that pick up this pack are probably getting it for this, because we've gotten some pretty good, you know, Sam Jackson Nick Furies. Like, it's the MCU version, clearly, so, but, you know, it's still a Sam Jackson. We haven't really gotten one of these guys in forever, so that's pretty cool. As far as aesthetics go, there's really no paint on the figure, besides you got the SHIELD logo, which does look very nice. And then you've got some, like, bits and bobs, you know, type of, like, button on the holster is painted, whatever you want to call this. I think it's the wrist comm. I think it's a wrist comm, yeah. The black's painted on there. And then you've got a button there painted, that belt buckle, that buckle, you know, that is painted, which is cool. I kind of wish this stuff was painted a little bit, but I'm not going to complain about it. Oh, you can't even see it. Also, it's bright white, so it's kind of hard to see. Might get flushed out on camera. We'll see. Well, yeah, it's probably not going to show up great. This is not going to be a review that's going to look that pretty. Let's just say that. But, and then you have that part painted. And then you have, the gun is painted, I think. Yeah, because I think it's molded in white. Maybe it's molded in black. It's hard to tell. That's painted. Clearly the head's painted. You know, so these aren't model kits. So you don't make them your own. But yeah, he was the one I was most excited for. So he's the one I started with. And I was most excited for him because I wanted a classic Nick Fury, like I said. You know, I wish he came with a jetpack. I will say that. But I'm sure you can find a 3D printed jetpack or one from another Nick Fury figure or something. And obviously the head swapped to make that work. It has no flesh tone neck like Dum Dum has, and we'll take a look at him next. Well, spoiler alert, he was the one I was next excited for. But this is the face. This is beautiful. I love this face. You got the nice 5 o'clock shadow, you got the gray hair, you got the eye strap, eye patch painted all the way around. It misses in some places and looks a little bit, doesn't exactly line up, but it's not too bad. And yeah, going from a Lego minifigure collector to like Marvel Legends is crazy, because there's, as much as people like to complain there's not enough paint on these, with a Lego minifigure, when you have a Nick Fury figure, this version to be exact, the strap just ends halfway, like on the side of the head, and then just doesn't continue. So that's just kind of funny. But yeah, he looks great. And then for accessories, he comes with, we'll go hands first. He comes with the 2-fisted hands he has. He comes with 2 trigger fingers, one for each side. They're both up and down hinge, which is nice. You have the pointer, like, move over, commanding fingers. And then you just have, like, a relaxed finger, which is, yeah, that's cool. I wish you could, you know, I wish they were mirrored. Like, this one was on this side, so that you could have him, you know, just alternate hands. And then he comes with guns galore. So he comes with the tried and true, you know, knife that I think they've been using since the beginning of time, really. So I think this is the same mold. No, this is actually kind of different. This is the chunkier blade. I think it's chunkier. It's just a little different. Maybe it's just the paint that's fooling me, but it looks nice. This one doesn't look so nice, so we'll get rid of that. This one actually looks like it could cut someone, so okay, well, I dropped it. So you get that, and then you get a AR. It's nice and silver painted. You know, there's silver highlights on it, which I like. I like that's not just all one plain color. And that fits nice and snug into the trigger finger hand. You just gotta get it in there. And then, yeah. You can get it in his hand, looking nice and cool, nice and badass. So he's got a nice grip on that gun, which is nice to have. And these will also be nice to have for my Punisher that I bought loose because I don't have trigger fingers for him, and white, so that's very lucky for me. And then you get 2 pistols. You get a regular one, and then a one with an extended mag. They're different models, they look like, because this one has a scope on it. But this one has the extended mag. They both have the compensators, I believe they're called. And then they have effect ports. They've got this one. And then they've got a longer one as well. And yeah, they fit those nice. And then you have 2 smoke effects, black smoke effects. And all the figures come with these. The AR also has one. Cool. So you can actually plug the smoke effect or the firing effect into the AR. So that's cool. It's good to see. See? You can actually do that. So cool. And then he comes with another gun. Oh, it also has a smoke effect plug thing in it. Effect, just really any effect, but you know what I mean. And I thought this was actually going to be the same gun that they used for Mystique. This gun. But it kind of looks like the same type of gun, but it's either scaled up or it's a new mold. I think it's just scaled up to fit a male hand, because this wouldn't fit in a, if you look, this wouldn't fit very well in a male hand. I mean, it kind of does, actually. I'm kind of eating my own words. But that's just because these are newer hands, so they're a little bit more snug. But that finger ain't fitting in there. So yeah, you got all those. And then for Dum Dum, yeah, so we'll put Mr. Oh yeah, and you can also fit a gun in his holster, just so you know. I think this is the gun that you should probably put in the holster. Maybe not, but this is the gun that's gonna go in his holster for me for now. Oh yeah, because that looks cool, and then you'll be able to have a different gun for Dum Dum, so they don't look like they are a carbon copy of each other. And then next we're gonna go Dum Dum, and he's the one I was second most excited for. So for Dum Dum, he looks, you know, it's the same, except for the belt right here is different. It's the same body, I believe. You know, you got the wrinkled boots and everything. Not much paint besides the head, although he has flesh paint up there. And the head looks really nice. And I believe Dum Dum's a life model decoy now in the comics, which, you know, makes sense. You know, he was from the Howling Commandos, so would be very old now, unless he, you know, unless he Captain America'd it. But I don't read modern comics at the moment, so I think the last modern comic I read was the introduction of Miles Morales. You know, I know about modern comics somewhat, but Miles Morales was probably the last, you know, Ultimate Spider-Man before he became in the 616. It's probably the last one I read. So, yeah, there's really not much to say about him, you know. Once again, the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo looks nice, but we'll get into his accessories. He has the same guns, the same exact guns, and the knife as Nick Fury. You know, minus that little gun, pea shooter gun. And then he has the same exact hands, so there's really nothing to go over with him. They're the same figure, just different heads and slightly different paint apps and a slightly different belt. But they're still both really good figures. And you can fit a gun in his holster too. I believe you can, yeah, you could if you really wanted to put this one in. It looks a little goofy with the extended mag coming out, but, you know, if you wanted to. This one looks a lot nicer. So that's how he will be for me. And yeah, he looks great. Nice mustache. Got one of the best mustaches in the comics. Just gotta say that. And then the one I was least excited for was Sharon Carter. I'm just not a big fan of Sharon Carter. I think Agent 13 is kind of a weak character for the most part. And, you know, this was also, I thought this was going to be a shitty female body, but then I bought the Black Widow, and I really like her body, and then I found out that they're using that body for this figure, so I like it. So, I mean, I don't hate Agent 13, I don't hate Sharon Carter, I just think the MCU kind of soured me on her. I think she's kind of a lame character in the MCU, I can't even lie. I do wish I wish she would have came with the Destroyer head sculpt. I know everyone's been talking about that. She should have came with a Destroyer head sculpt. That would have been really freaking cool. And then like a windblown head sculpt could have been cool. You know, or an angry head sculpt. Because, yeah, I like that they gave you a short one. And, you know, this will be very good for Yelena. And if you pick up a second pack of these, which I will be doing, hopefully eventually, I'll probably wait for it to go on clearance before I do that. Because I'm sure this will go on clearance. You know, not that many people are going to buy S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. But then I can get a second body for Nick Fury Jr. to display him. I can use this for some random soldier. Maybe put a Steve Rogers head sculpt on there. And then use this for a White Widow. And use the long-haired head sculpt for a Emma Frost. Because the Emma Frost that we have, her head sculpt is atrocious. That's why I don't have that figure, but I'm probably still going to pick it up. Just because Astonishing Wolverine's coming out, and I kind of want to start the Astonishing team. Because those are some very good comics. And then this one will work for Yelena, you know. I'll probably actually use this as a Yelena stand-in for now. White Widow. Because I want to have someone team up with my Black Widow, and I like Yelena. I know, kind of stupid of me to say that she's a weak character, but I like Yelena, but they're both about the same, but I like Yelena, and I really like Yelena in the MCU as well. But as far as aesthetics for her go, she's got the shoulder things that look kind of stupid and make no sense. She's got the zipper painted, which is nice. She's got the belt buckle painted, the little rivets painted, which is very happy with that. Got that rivet painted, and that's about it. Besides the weird choice to give her black shoes. That was such a strange decision, Hasbro. That anyone that knows Agent 13 knows she does not really wear these. Like, they're nice shoe sculpt and everything, but she doesn't wear these. There's like maybe 5 panels that you can find where she actually wears these things. And they're just a stupid looking design in my opinion. Like, that thing looks dumb as shit. And it just breaks up the sculpt too much. Maybe if it was like an iconic version. And maybe if they broke it up, like putting like some black gloves on it or something. But as is, it's just a black belt. And then black shoes with like a fucking triangle on it. Maybe if they put another holster right there. And then, like, put in some, like this is obviously a comic thing that I don't enjoy. You know, I'm saying that the comics messed up on this look. It looks pretty stupid in the comics as well. But these should have just been white Hasbro. At least then it would have looked nice. I'm not going to fault them too much, but yeah. And like I said, the face looks beautiful on both of them. They look about the same. She looks more stern here. So yeah. So we're going to go over articulation for all three. Dum Dum and Nick Fury will be the same, so we'll just go over Dum Dum probably. I'm assuming his head will probably have more clearance in it. And then she just has the Target exclusive, you know, Black Widow body, so we'll just go over her real quick. She's got butterfly joints. That don't work as well as I would hope. You know, she can look up that far, bury her chin that far, a little bit of head tiltage. Arms can go up to there. You know, thigh, bicep swivel. You got a double jointed elbow. They can go into there. The wrist hinge, obviously. Oh, and I didn't go over her accessories. I'll go over those after I do her stuff. Crunch that far forward, crunch that far back. You got twisted up there. Kick out to there, kick out to there. Kick forward that far. Double jointed knee. Thigh swivel. And then the foot is just a foot. And yeah, this is a really good body. So this is a very good figure, even if it's of a character that I don't really enjoy as much as other people seem to. And it's not that I hate women, I promise. I actually really love women comic book characters. I really hope that they retool this body to not have this stuff so that they could use this body for I really want an updated Kate Bishop, comic book Kate Bishop on this body. Or like this body actually. I was going to say a more teen body, but I like adult Kate Bishop, so we'll go this body. And then also this for Spider-Woman and Silk would be incredible. Silk's my favorite Spider-Woman. She's my favorite, so I would really like this body for Silk. Even though the Silk figure we have is pretty good, I would like more out of it. And then same with a Gwen. I have the Amazing Yamaguchi, which is very posable, very fun to play with. But for strictly Marvel Legends collectors, I hope they put it on a body like this. And then same with Jessica Drew. Because there's no options for Jessica Drew besides Marvel Legends. And then, yeah, I think that would be good. An updated Yelena would be cool on this body. Wasp, maybe. I'm trying to think of other female characters that would be good on this body. Rogue, if they did a good updated Rogue. But the Mafex is going to blow that out of the water no matter what, probably. So, maybe not, but still, that'd be cool to see Rogue on that body. I'd like to see a Grey Widow, a redo of Grey Widow on this body. That's my favorite look for Black Widow, so that would be cool. So yeah, that would be cool to see. We'll go over her accessories. So she comes with just the standard. She comes with the fists, and then she comes with the hands we've been seeing forever on females now. I like them when they're an accessory, not the only hands we get, like Wasp. It's like these are the only hands she ever gets, except for in that new 2-pack, I think she gets more. And then you got trigger fingers, good for this character. You got the same exact effect pieces, you know, a long smoke, a short smoke. And then you got the same firing pieces, only they're in green. And I actually like these a lot better. I can't even lie. They're way cooler. And then you got the same pistols that came with the Black Widow. You got the one with the silencer. I broke the one on Black Widows by accident, trying to put an effect in too hard. And then you got the one without it. I think it'd be cool if they just gave you a silencer that you could plug in like it's an effect piece. So you can have 2 of these. And then, of course, you can actually put that in her holster. You know, I think you could do either one, but that's the one I'm going to put in. Her holster looks way too big, too, by the way. For that pistol, I feel like you could fit the one that comes with the dudes on here better. Let's see. Okay, not better, but that's weird that that fits in there. That's just strange. But yeah, this is a good figure. Very good figure. And we'll actually look at a Black Widow head swap and see if any Black Widow heads look good on her. So we got the Grey Widow head first. Let me see if I can actually pop it on there. Oh, okay, I like that. This is my favorite Black Widow head sculpt, so this is the one I use the most. The skin tone doesn't quite line up, but it's good enough. And then we'll just do a really old Black Widow head sculpt and just see. No, that does not work. It doesn't want to pop in all the way. So yeah. Okay. We'll put her head sculpt back in. Alright, for Dum Dum, we'll look over his. So the only thing that's going to be different between these two is the belts that are slightly different, and then the heads. About the same. And then bury it. About the same. And tiltage, about the same, I'm assuming. He got a little better. Okay, so we'll do Dum Dum. He hasn't gotten a lot of love. He doesn't get an extra head sculpt, or an extra gun, or anything like that. So, arm can go up to there. You got butterfly joint. You got double jointed elbows. The hinge right there. You can crunch in that far. Crunch back that far. Twist, kick out to there, kick back to there, kick forward to there. It'll be the same on this. It's just the belts are floating, so they get out of the way, and the holster is not connected to anything, so that's cool. Thigh swivel. You got the double jointed knee. You got a boot cut as well. And then you have, forward facing pivot rocker and hinge right here. She just fell over. And that's actually not a common problem with this body. Maybe it's the new shoes, because my Black Widow don't fall over too much. So yeah. It's the same for him, I'm assuming. Yeah, these are the same bodies, really. I mean, he's on a chunkier body, so maybe. he fits a little bit. Okay, his articulation at the torso is a little bit different. But it's not different enough for it to matter. They both look good. It's just Dum Dum's a little bit chunkier, you know, a little bit more of a brawler, a bruiser. But yeah, this is a really good 3-pack. More like these, please, Hasbro. Don't do more like that Daredevil 2-pack, which I do have coming, by the way. It'll be here. But I don't like you hiding a character behind a 3-pack that you can't really, some people won't want or whatever. They did kind of mess up with this 3-pack because this could have been a army builder if they would have offered a couple extra heads, like a helmeted shield agent for at least Dum Dum. This would have definitely been an awesome army building pack. It still probably is a great army building pack. It's just her. Like, you can justify getting 2 of these so you can also make a White Widow. But that's about it. I wouldn't justify getting 3 of these. Like, why do you need 3? Maybe you could do that and sell this off, but most people are going to be selling her off. So, most people aren't going to want to buy her. You know? Good 3-pack for a one-time buy. Could have been better if it was a 3-time buy. You know, I mean, I like army builders a lot. I actually just picked up these guys, my first army builders, which are really fun. I didn't review them because I've been, like, sick, like, dying sick, like, bad, hard to breathe sick. So I haven't reviewed them. I've just kind of been playing with them. Today's the first day I've kind of felt well enough to do this. So, and then these actually just came today as well. So, yeah. I do wish Dum Dum came with, like, a unhatted head or something, or something, because they both come with alternate heads. He doesn't. It's kind of a missed opportunity, but if you don't like Dum Dum, I guess you could put Nick Fury's head on here. Since he's older, maybe you could justify it as he's a little bigger with age. And then do this. So yeah, that could work. So maybe you could do that if you buy a second one, and then you can have a Dum Dum as well on the same body, and then use this body with any head you want, because you can, you know, you can do that. But that's not how I'm gonna do that, clearly. I like having a Dum Dum. I don't need 2 Nick Furies. I only need the classic Nick Fury for my classic Avengers display. Nick Fury Jr. is cool. I do like him. I did read a lot of the Ultimate Universe. I loved Ultimate Spider-Man, like, a lot. Like a lot. I cried when he died in that universe. That's how into that whole thing I was. Like, I really do like Nick Fury Jr. I just don't know how he matches up in the 616 universe. But I'm sure he's not too bad in the 616 universe. It's just different strokes for different folks, you know. So yeah, I do recommend picking these guys up. They're still in pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, I believe. If you can find this for a deal, I'm sure these guys will end up on clearance someday. You know, if you're willing to wait a couple years or whatever, a few months even maybe. But these are also really good figures, so they might not end up on clearance. You know, aesthetically they look great. Articulation's very good on them. I like the direction of reusing this body. I hope they retool it for other characters. I hope we get a teenager body this good so we can get a good Jubilee figure. Because she's the only one that no one wants to make. There's like two Marvel Legends figures of her. 3 technically, because there's 2 versions of the same costume, but you know what I mean. There's a Build-A-Figure of her, which is extremely hard to get because there's so many KOs out there of that figure. And then there's the one from X-Men VHS series, and then the OG, I think it was Caliban Wave, maybe, who knows. That, you know. But I would like a good teenage body for a Jubilee, Kamala Khan, all those type of characters. Let's get into size comparisons. So first we have Captain Steve Rogers, and he's looking a little squanch. Let's take him off of his stand that I have him on. I have him on a stand because he's up on a very wobbly area. And I don't want him to fall because I love this figure and I don't want to break it. And this is my cap until the new Mezco comes out because I just prefer Mezco. He is small. Why is he so small? I did not think he was this small. Why is he this small? Is it because his knees are kind of bent? He's still small. Dum Dum's way bigger than him. Maybe, is that how it is in the comics? Nick Fury should not be bigger than Captain America. He is small. Holy shit, he's small. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. He is small. Okay, I might be over-exaggerating, but Cap should be, like, pretty big. Especially compared to a couple of normal dudes and a normal woman, but whatever. We'll go on a couple other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that I have. We have the new Black Widow. You know, we'll compare her to her other counterpart. It's the same body. They all look pretty good together. Why am I doing it so close? What am I doing, bro? Because the white background doesn't really work well with all these characters. She seems a little shorter than Agent Carter, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I'm glad that we have some different body shapes and body types in Marvel Legends. It's nice that not every character looks the same. And then another agent I have is Clint Barton. You know, this is the the Sky, I'm just going to call it the Sky Cycle one. And yeah, he looks cool next to everybody. The colors kind of don't work together, but whatever. And then we'll go. So this version of Nick is like a version I associate with the X-Men more. Because those early Jim Lee issues, he was involved. So that's really where I read the most Nick Fury. Like, I read Nick Fury in other places, but that was the most I read Nick Fury from, was, like, where I remember him the most, I should say, was from that, or those early issues. So we're gonna go the Jim Lee. This is the X-Men 97 Cyclops with the X-Men VHS head that does not like to sit high on there. He sits way too low. But, yeah, see, that looks nice. And then we'll do the Mezco Deadpool, because he was also an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a time, which was some cool stuff, actually. And same with Wolverine, actually. I'm going to have him... I'm just going to have him crunched down, because you're going to have Wolvie kind of hunched over anyway, so... You know, they look good together. And then... I don't really have a Spidey available right now. I mean, I do. He's just in a pose, and I don't really want to pull him out of the pose. So I'm not really going to grab a Spidey. You know, he's worked with S.H.I.E.L.D. countless times as well, but... I just kind of want to show off the pose I have for my Wolverine right now. I love this pose on him. It gives me such a Marvel vs. Capcom vibe. I just kind of wanted to show that for a second. Sorry. I have a couple other figures next to me, but they're figures I haven't reviewed, so I don't know if I want to put them in a size comparison or not. Yeah, I'm not going to put them in the size comparison. I guess we can show off what Mystique looks like, you know. This is not a great figure, but it's the VHS, or not the VHS, it's the Walgreens exclusive version that's kind of expensive now to get. So I'm kind of glad my aunt got her for me a while ago. But, yeah, they all look pretty cool. Rest in peace to my aunt that got me this, by the way. She was awesome. So yeah, like I said, I really recommend you pick this series up. They all look very great. I'll bring these guys back up into the foreground. So thanks for watching, guys. My recording's about to run out, so thanks for watching. Bye.